La panzanella è un piatto tipico toscano, fresco, estivo e nasce dalla tradizione contadina per riciclare il pane.
We start by moistening the bread with water and vinegar. We leave to rest for 15 minutes, then turn it over and leave for another 15 minutes. We peel and cut the spring onion into very fine julienne strips. The traditional recipe calls for the use of onions. We choose to use spring onions because they seemed rather nice to me at the market.
Mettiamo a marinare il cipollotto con acqua e aceto.
Thanks to the marinade, we can reduce the spring onion's pungent flavor that would overpower the dish otherwise.
Prepariamo le verdure.
Starting with the cucumber, a fresh summery vegetable. Peel it to tone down its bitterness and maintain the balance of flavors in the panzanella. Then cut it into slices and then into cubes. The secret of a real Italian panzanella is that all the vegetables must be in season, fresh and of high quality. Place the cucumber cubes in a large bowl. Now the tomatoes that should be ripe and juicy. Cut these into cubes too. The tomatoes, bread and cucumbers are the real protagonists of panzanella, a recipe that lends itself to many variations. Put the tomatoes in the bowl with the cucumbers, collecting their water so the panzanella is even tastier. Complete the diced vegetables with celery, first cut into julienne strips and then into cubes. Celery is not in the traditional recipe, but it is often used in Tuscany, adding freshness and crunchiness to the dish. We put the celery in the bowl with the rest of the vegetables and we mix them. Chop a few basil leaves to season the panzanella. Fresh and fragrant basil is the perfect addition to this summer dish. Put the basil in the bowl too. Our panzanella base is ready to be completed.
Uniamo tutti gli ingredienti.
We drain the spring onion and add it to the rest of the vegetables. We crumble the soaked bread in the bowl. Stale rather than fresh bread is used because it absorbs the sauce better and, at the same time, keeps the right grainy consistency. The traditional recipe calls for typical Tuscan bread that is unsalted, but any stale homemade bread will do.
Condiamo la panzanella con sale, pepe e olio.
Panzanella is a very simple dish with genuine ingredients and seasoning that are easy to find. We mix all the ingredients, distributing the seasoning evenly. To accentuate the flavors even more, we can prepare the panzanella a day in advance, so all ingredients have time to blend.
Friggiamo il basilico per guarnire il piatto.
Frying the basil gives it a crispy texture, and it keeps its typical intense aroma as well. Drain the basil and leave to dry on oil-absorbing paper. Repeat the same process for all the leaves we need.
Abbiamo il piatto con due versioni, una per un pranzo o una cena e l'altra per un aperitivo.
Serve the table version on a serving plate, garnished with the crispy basil. For the aperitif version, choose a classic martini glass and garnish with the crispy basil too. L'aperitif è pronto!